A huge congratulations, recipients of Grammy, Grammatica. There's a platform I use called Rarible, which allows you to upload GIFs, MP4s, PNGs, whatever, as art, but also as videos, and then people can then bid on those. Our government also decided to ban Bitcoin. If we find you using it, we're going to throw you in prison. You will really know. My advice to people in Nigeria right now, down low, buy crypto. What's up, guys? I'm back with another one. I'm back, guys. I know it's been quite a while. I've not actually uploaded anything. I do want to apologize for that. It's having to sort out stuff here and there, but I'm back. I'm back better than ever. I'm going to be tackling stuff that naturally, for those that are new to my channel, obviously trying to find out what this guy's about. And the title of this video kind of lets you know the type of topics that I like to get involved in. And this one so if you're new, please, like, comment, if you do like what you see, subscribe. Or if you want to, check out another video and like before subscribing, do so. I'm not trying to force you to subscribe, but it does help. If you subscribe and then leave a comment and a like and a share if you want to share to your friends. For those that are returning, I'm about I'm a music man. You guys know this, so I'm going to always touch on music, but it's going to be a natural progression in these topics right now I'm going to take on, basically. So obviously the first one, as you can see, is just want to congratulate my brothers and sisters in arms, what I'm saying, man, Grammy. First off, not as gone as if like we're desperate for the that type of recognition or whatever, but it's nice to see. That's one of them I'll be touching on. The next one I want to touch on from that conversation is a space where not all of us are very familiar with, right, guys? So I'm going to touch on something called NFTs. I would explain what that is, to my knowledge anyway. I'll explain what that is and how I feel it connects to the first topic. And then the last one I want to basically touch on is something that has been touched on by a few YouTubers. More notably for me, this guy here called Fisayo. Let me just move to the side, please. That's insane. Okay, this guy here, Fisayo. I love his work, guys. Definitely go check him out. Go and give him a like as well, follow, whatever. Subscribe, however what I'm saying, you want to which platform you want to use. It's up to you, right? Basically, but I was seeing this guy touch on the banning of Bitcoin specifically. I think it's crypto in general, right, in Nigeria, which is crazy. And it being my home nation, I had to, give my 2 pence, or should I say, my 2 kobo on that as well. So, guys, let's get into this basically, right? So, the first topic I wanted to touch on was, a huge congratulations to the boys. Burna and Wiz, if you don't know, Burna and Wiz, holy commodities. So basically, these guys went on to do the unthinkable. Burna and Wiz, and Tiwa as well, was included in that list as well, were recipients of Grammy, Grammatica. Grammy, guys, right? These guys won. Well, so I won't lie to you, I've not looked into it completely. What I did know was Burna's, I saw him in his suit, white suit, looking like American and Nigerian 80s type celeb, the uncle of the Jackson 5. That's how he looked to me. And obviously he was excited naturally. Burna, salute. Wiz, salute. Tiwa, Queen, Afro Queen, salute. This is groundbreaking. I think we need to, if we I don't know if we're taking in what's just happened. This is massive. This is absolutely massive, guys. There's no way to play this down and so forth. I think it was just, me, man. Listen, I'm an advocate of Afro music, man. It's been unfortunate I've not been able to continue, my the videos I've been doing, which is, helping people, reacting to videos, right, and then trying to break down Yoruba and translate it to English people. That's just into English for people. That's just something that I was just doing basically throughout my channel, and that's because I felt like I knew where this was going. I just didn't think it was going to happen as soon as it did, basically. But I didn't really. I'm not focused on the Grammys for some time. I won't lie to you. So it would be interesting to know the competition that was in that list, right? That short list basically of artists that could have won the award. Burna won, but regardless, I really don't care. the fact that we have, you know what I'm saying, an Afrocentric artist of this time period of our generation right now that is up there right now winning something, you know, like representing. This is not, you can't make this up. Now some people are gonna say, oh yeah, well, you know, it's funny how he really got that recognition from, I guess, crossing the borders. And you know, for those that know, album that was pretty much not produced or co-produced, however basically you want to put it, basically his involvement, the involvement of P. Diddy, Sean Combs, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know him, is what people may want to tie in with the fact that, oh, this is why Burna won that. I don't care. Nobody will care. I just want to let you know, I speak for the African population when I say we don't give a bloody damn. We won Grammy, no? Has your grandma won Grammy before? No. So please just hush your gums. We won a Grammy. Burn, as you can see what I'm saying, we, because this is collective. No matter what you think, we have been supporting, we have been, you know what I mean, you are just the face for it for us. So thank you. We will accept it. You accept it on our behalf. We won a Grammy, guys. You know what I'm saying? We won a Grammy. To me, it's a thing of, do you know what it is for me as well? I'll put it this way. I'm a UK based. I've always said this basically, right? UK based, UK born. I'm gonna try to do it almost. I don't want to do a verses basically, but I remember me trying to tell people, because I've done something basically where I was sitting with, you know, certain other, you want to say, correspondents basically of Afro UK hip hop scene, whatever. And I remember me going back and forth with a certain person. I don't need to, you know what I'm saying, basically, but what I did say, I don't want to reel the person, is what I'm trying to say. But what I did tell the person was, Afro is going to surpass the, you know, grime culture in general, or I say grime culture or grime music more, so to speak, right? I believe it will. I believe grime is somewhat almost like a subversion of Afro culture, because even those that are in grime, we are of Afro origin. You know what I'm saying? Like, so understand in terms of Afro wasn't a known musical genre within the UK at the time when grime came out. But it was in the world. Like it was popping back in Nigeria, basically, right? That I don't know about other countries, but I know in my country Afro was popping in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? Even when I wasn't even looking, there was people that don't know. You know what I'm saying? There was people like I've done reactions to videos to Styles Plus at the time. Styles was plopping before, like this was while I was in college when Styles Plus came out. You get me? Like, so you got people like, what's this guy's name? The Banj, you know what I'm saying, was out. You are my African. How did I forget this, guys? What's wrong with me, man? What is wrong with you? Saint, what is wrong with you? I can forget the king. The king. But I don't know how I forgot it. This is very, very embarrassing. Two-Face, the DBR. Gosh. Listen, it's been a long time, guys. My brain is still dead. Sorry. These type of people have been out. I mean, they were doing their thing. So when grime came in now, it's just me being a you know what I'm saying, like self-titled grime baby. You know, now then, once I think by 2015, 16, 17, I realized to myself, Afro is being backed by a whole continent, Afro music. So it made sense to me that Afro is going to take crazy strides that grime was never going to be able to. Grime it's got a small collective of people that are really knowledgeable about it, basically, right? And look how long it took for it to even, because I don't want to say as though it's not, you know, there's guys in, you know, got in Canada. I forgot a guy's name that is in Canada that's big on, you know what I'm saying, that really became that was the forefront of grime, you know, at one point, you know. Like the guy's very, very known. He's come over here as well, done some tracks. Grime in New Zealand, well, I say grime, it is grime, let's just lump it all together. Grime, drill, whatever you want to call it, cool, I don't care. All of that basically is big over in New Zealand and Australia and whatever, right? You know what I mean, like the places down under is big. The popularized culture right now in the UK is popular over there as well, right? But I remember me this specific, if I can link, I might put a link in the description of the we were doing internet radio at the time, right? And then me and 3 other people were discussing this. And I remember me telling them, no matter what name you want to call, I put the whole thing under Afro music. I put all like the whole Afro fusion, Afro swing, Afro beats. I put them all under the umbrella of Afro. Afro music is what I called it. and I knew to myself, it's going to take bigger strides than, you know, grime, UK grime or drill, whatever you want to call it. And this just shows, like, you can't ignore Grammys like that. As much as a lot of our generation don't look up to it like that, and a lot of us know. In fact, we, you know, especially in the UK right now, we rate the GRM rated awards more than you know, like a Grammy. But on the world scale of things, you can't ignore the Grammys. Like, the Grammys are, come on, man. Like, nobody knows GRM rated out of the UK. Nobody cares. In fact, I should say. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I care so much about it, but come on. So this is why it's a big thing what's happened right now, right? And it's kind of upsetting, the fact that, you know, UK underground genres have not been noticed or acknowledged, or, you know, at least just given some sort of notoriety by the Grammys, as if the music isn't good enough. Like, to me, if there's men like, I don't know, for example, I'm just gonna go old. I mean, okay, if I say somewhat new school, someone like a J Cole, I was gonna say Jay-Z, but okay, let's just use like a J Cole, for example. If them men are being nominated for stuff like, you know, Grammys and so forth, there's UK artists that I feel like are capable of the people like, you know, Wretches, Gets. I'm loving these new, you know. Go check out, please go check out Gets' new album, guys, right? It's another level to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, go copy his new album, please, guys, right? So it is, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, you know, but all in all, I'm just happy that everybody that is part of genres that I never thought could be at this level, especially in the fact that I'm a millennial, relatively, you know, young. Never thought that they would be acknowledged at this kind of level. Like, I feel like we're still quite early within movements, basically. But it's just you know, you gotta just pay homage to the work that's been done and the strides have been taken in order for us to be able to get noticed. You know, there's a lot of noise being made. This is why. So, you know, these artists, what I will say is that, yes, you know, they've been noticed and so forth, but a lot of people do say that though you can win these kind of awards, it doesn't necessarily translate into record sales and so forth, right? So it does help your branding, right? I'm saying, like, and your it does help your status, right, in the world of music, right? So people, oh, this person won a Grammy, your name starts ringing bells more, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you make more sales. It's just that, okay, people they know more about you now, and they know your name. You get me? Like, and that does contribute to some sales, but it's not like a massive jump, unfortunately, winning Grammys, right? Correct me if I'm wrong again, but I believe that is the case, right? And this is where I'm now going to link in, guys. I think it's a great segue to go into the other topic I want to touch on is NFTs, basically, right? So put it this way, I believe that instead of trying to do it the traditional way, or what is known as the traditional way now, which is streaming and all that stuff, though right now, I think artists like Burna Boy should try to now capitalize by trying to digitalize his product through, well, they are digital, but I mean digitalize it in a cryptocurrency way. So add your musical offerings now, add it to the blockchain. And as for those that are thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about, I'll just go straight to and say NFT. So NFTs pretty much stands for non-fungible tokens, right? Non-fungible token. So, okay, what does that mean? All right, cool. Fungible token, for those that don't know, a great example is cryptocurrencies. One that people know so much right now, which is, you know, the most popular, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a fungible token. People can use it to, it's a store of value, but you can use it to, you know, make trades and buy stuff basically on the internet, right? A non-fungible token is obviously opposite to Bitcoin. Now, what makes them very different, right? Because a non-fungible token is like a piece of art. Digital art is skyrocketed. If you don't know, there are many websites right now. There's people that are talking about, you know, many YouTubers that are talking about non-fungible tokens and advantages, and some people are saying it's a bubble that's going to burst, which I don't think they're far off in their opinions on that. Now, with Bitcoin, you can have another Bitcoin can equal to another Bitcoin, right? So, you got one Bitcoin and that could equal to another Bitcoin, meaning that it's almost like, not almost, it can be exchanged for that exact, that exact asset, right? Bitcoin can equal Bitcoin. They can be exchanged because they are exactly the same thing. Does that make sense, right? That one Bitcoin is the exact same thing. With non-fungible tokens, that digital art cannot equal another version of that digital art. For example, people will see, usually art is consumed in a way of people see a picture, right click, save it to their desktop. They now have they've got their own version of that specific picture that they just downloaded. They've got their own version. Nobody can tell them that, oh, your one is a copied version of that. You can't really prove it, basically, right? With a non-fungible token and with blockchain in general, guys, let's say blockchain in general, what they do is that they give you a specific code. Anything that you buy now, usually it comes with like a hash code, right? And a hash code means that it makes it very, very unique, right? So it's pretty much impossible to be copied. You cannot say, oh, this digital art that I have now, someone screenshotted it and now they're saying they have the same thing and it's equal. It's not equal. Because why? That art that the person has now screenshotted, it will come with a specific code. If it's not the same, which is not going to be the same as that unique one, that code is the only one in the world, right, of that code that's linked to that picture, that digital picture. That is what makes something non-fungible. It's like there's no way for you to duplicate it. Like there's no way for it to be two versions of it. It can only be one. So I know it's a long explanation, guys, but I know you didn't come here for that type of explanation, and I'm not completely well versed in non-fungible tokens, basically, right? But I've given myself some time to quickly look at it, research it before I try to like bring it forth to people. So with that being said, I really feel that this is the next step. Grammy award winning artists like Burna Boy, Wiz, Tiwa Savage and Wifey. I feel like they should start looking at stuff like this now, because artists are, under contracts with labels and so forth, and by putting up their art, which is music videos, whatever, on certain platforms, which I didn't mention as well. There's a platform I use called Rarible, which allows you to upload GIFs, MP4s, PNGs, whatever, as art, but also as videos, and then people can then bid on those. So let's just say Burna makes a video right now, right? And I think you can do like 4-minute ones on a Rarible as well. I need to check though, but I've put up a quick art piece, which is it's a picture MP4 which I animated, added music behind it, and I believe artists like Burna and Wiz and Tiwa should be looking into this space, basically, because it cuts out the middleman, which is labels, right? You don't have to dealing with labels and you mean like of them taking a percentage, or you having to pay back your advancements and all this nonsense, right? To me, this platform works with people that are already popular, right? Because people will just know, oh snap, that's whatever, and they'll follow you, and then they'll start bidding on your own art, which is your music. They start bidding on it. There's other platforms. There's a platform called Audius, guys, right? I'll add that as in the link below, or audius dot. I don't know if it's .com, so I definitely will be adding the link in the descriptions. But Audius, AUDIUS, if you Google that, you'll find it. That's a place where they literally specifically deal with music. Upload your music, and then you get, I believe you get it's not full royalties, but it's way better than being in any other stuff you're in, right? YouTube, to me, that we're on, that you're watching me on right now, doesn't pay you as much as these will, because these platforms are literally for the people. These for creatives, right? That's the plan of these platforms, right? They're for creatives. And there's more, by the way. There's one called OpenSea. That's what I'm saying, like, look into that. Basically, OpenSea is another NFT marketplace. There's another one called Nifty Gateway, which I've got an account on that one as well. So another open NFT market space. You got Super Rare, which is another NFT marketplace. So these are places where you can basically put up your art, music, whatever, and be able to sell it for, I'm talking about thousands, like saying you can put up multiple versions of your videos or of your music, whatever, like a wearable, multiple versions, and then have people place bids on it. Some people now put multiple versions of, you know what I'm saying, a track, and then they're saying they're selling it for, you know, 500 each. Imagine, yeah, you're in the days of MP3s when they were doing it on stuff like iTunes. You'd be selling your single for, is it 49 Kinikwanpi? Now you got placed on wearable where they're saying, because it's art and because it's, you know, you own it and it's a hash and so forth, right? That this person that bought it, they actually own that specific, now they own that specific art piece that you just gave to them. The hash as well, the most important thing you provided them to the, now they own this video, whatever, for, you know what I'm saying, £500. They can now go on and they can go and sell that video for £1,000, depending on, you know, the buyers basically. So the thing about this market as well, I do want to stress that it is pretty much, I still see it right now, it's pretty much a bubble that is likely to burst, right? But when everything becomes normal, becomes refined, right, people know their places, I do definitely believe that that's where quality will come in. Quality control is very much needed. Right now, everybody just putting up anything. They will find a Kim Kardashian picture, they'll cartoonize it, put it up, and they're making money. That's crazy. After a while, people start realizing themselves, I can't just buy anything. I actually want to buy quality. This is what happens in life, right? People essentially they actually want real quality, not just buying anything right now. People are just buying anything. You could literally draw poo, generate it on Photoshop, save it as Kinikon. You even want to add a little GIF and make it drop like it's Kinikon, and then you put it up on wearable. I'm telling you, you're gonna sell it. You sell. This is how crazy. It just doesn't make sense right now. When quality starts to become a thing in the NFT space, I believe it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be more so for those that are really for artists, you know, for actual, you know, painters, for actual musicians. It's gonna be, you know, beat makers as well. People that make beats it's another great way for producers. If you want to be able to, I'm telling you, bro, this is the way to go with it. Where you don't need any third party. How many producers do I know right now that on YouTube that have to or click on their thing and it goes to another website that they put their music on, right? And then the website is getting some sort, you know what I'm saying, like gets like their cut. No, places like Audius now is allowing you to gain way more. Okay, obviously it's not perfect. It's not perfect right now. People need to learn the process. So I don't think it's going to catch on properly anytime soon. But when a few people start making a breakthrough, a few producers, artists start making a breakthrough and start letting people know, oh yeah, I did this, they'll be like, really? That's when it's going to take off. So for now, I think you should definitely keep your ears to the ground on this. Listen, you know, to what's being said, news that's coming out of, you know, artists and producers that are trying to find new ways to connect with their audience and pretty much make money off their creations. And through that, you'll be able to start planning on how you want to now start operating from here on in, because trust me, there's big developments happening right now. So these artists, these Afro artists, any artists in general, but I'm going to focus on Afro artists right now. This is where I believe they can, you know, really take the next step and start owning their stuff. You know, especially if they want to get out of their deals right now, at least they know that, alright, cool, don't want to do that straight away. But there's definitely, if we did want to go independent, like many people that find it scary to whatever the case may be, this new space is giving people the encouragement to, you know, be like, maybe I should cut off my label because stuff isn't going so well. It's not as rosy as it was before. I think I need to find a new home. Maybe I need to find just something new in general. I need a break from, you know, the rigors of, having to produce numbers, meeting the expectations, you know, get away from that. And then, but you have to do your own research first. Get someone to help you, get someone in your team to help you do your research, find out Wagwan, and then, you know, I watched, Joe Boy, one of he's got I think he posted it last month, basically, right, his new, his album, and then, yeah, it's pretty much, it was art, basically, right, it was, you know, a digital version of his album where he had a cartoonized version of himself and animation, basically. Was making a tree sprout and was driving his car and all this great animation. I'm like, bro, I think I posted, guys, go check out Joe Boy's new album release on his YouTube, and you'll see I posted. I said it's probably, you have to might want to click on it and sort by new comments. You'll see I said he should have probably looked into making this an NFT, because this is essentially what people love on these type of new digital NFT marketplaces. They love this type of stuff he's doing, and just add music to it. Bro, you got an NFT you can probably sell for, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's literally blowing up, like blowing. The people are selling digital art for, I'm talking about millions, like, you know, and it's you just have to get into it basically, right? And I really want, because all in all, you see stuff like people say specifically, you know, Africa as a continent, and as, you know, just as consumers in general, creators, we it's known that, you know, we're behind in certain stuff, and that's due to, you know, just naturally how our countries are set up right now. There is a miseducation, and in fact many people don't even have access to education in general. So I think this is the type of stuff that really affects us. You know, for example, the tech space in Nigeria, if I can speak for Nigeria, is big right now. You know, it's pretty much, there's a lot of people that are capable, but the ecosystem is not developed enough yet for it to become a space where it begins thriving. Others can get involved and, you know that, yep, this is of value. Right now it's pretty much, yes, the people are there, they're capable, people are willing to work basically, but there's just not enough. Like, there's not enough work, there's not enough provision in terms of education and people learning about this stuff, and it's a shame, man. And you start looking at Africans in general, and I was telling some people as well, like, it's mad because, for example, people that are buying cryptocurrencies here, yeah, with the currency for us being the Great British Pound, us being able to buy a Bitcoin, let's say we want to buy 10% of a Bitcoin, we use our pounds to buy it. You know, let's just say an example, 10% of a Bitcoin is worth £500, right? So you take your £500, use it to buy Bitcoin, which I think is quite close as well, because, oh no, it's not, because Bitcoin is 41,000. So 10% is like around £410 roughly. Let's just say 10% of Bitcoin is around £10. So we can buy 10% of a Bitcoin right now by just taking £410, put it on an exchange, and use that, you know, whatever, transfer it into it, whatever, and use that to buy the Bitcoin at £410. Great. But then you realize yourself, how would Nigerians trying to buy it with Naira, how would that be? It's crazy, right? It's crazy, you know. And on top of that, it doesn't help when our government decides to ban it. This now is a great segue into the next topic I want to talk about, which is our government wants to decide to come out ban Bitcoin. They ban Bitcoin. They ban people from, they ban their citizens from trading Bitcoin. People are being put in prison. People are having their accounts, you know, locked off because they don't want you to trade in Bitcoin. Now, you'll ask yourself, why are they doing it? Is it due to the fact that, you know, the news coming out where they're saying, oh, Bitcoin is used for money laundering and, you know, illicit activities. So as a result, you know, we don't want our citizens being exposed and losing out on money, but also we don't want our citizens doing fraud, basically, right? Whereas if you look at, this stuff is all available online, right? If you look at statistics, you'll find that cryptocurrencies are assets that pretty much is around 10% that they say of cryptocurrency that's being used for these so-called fraudulent activities, like 10%, or is it even less? Now, put it this way, yeah, this is a flat out fact, right? Any illegal activity being done, the majority of it is done with fiat money, which is nairas, pounds, dollars, than cryptocurrencies. Because cryptocurrencies, if people had proper information about cryptocurrencies, they'll know that it's almost impossible for you to try to trade or make a transaction without people not being able to see it on a platform like Etherscan, for example, right, which literally documents what's being done. So any transaction you make, right, through cryptos, right, is being documented. People can now click on a hash code, whatever, right, a code. It will now take you to a site like Etherscan that will show you what you transferred, when you transferred. Obviously, it won't show you information like who your name is, whatever, but it's letting you know, okay, it was transferred from this wallet to this wallet. So people now actually know, they can now trace back to, okay, cool, it's from this wallet. So those are able to now do whatever they need to do in terms of searches, hacking, whatever, to find out who owns this wallet. You could probably, if they really wanted to, they can trace it back to you. So it's almost impossible to try to say you're going to try to do some, you know, I don't know, money laundering with crypto and get away with it. It's nigh on impossible. Now, obviously, there are some cryptos known as privacy coins. You've got cryptos like Monero, which is a privacy coin. You got Zcash, it's a privacy coin. If I'm not mistaken, Dash as well. These kind of cryptos are trying to bring in the capabilities of being able to erase their transaction history. So these are what these coins specific. And I believe Monero is one that is really working towards providing that feature where, okay, you've done something, you've made a transaction, whatever, you can now delete all your transactions from the crypto sphere, so people won't be able to track you and whatever. Because that's a lot of people's worries right there. The government worry that, which is I'm sure the Nigerian government are worrying that, there are people doing stuff basically and we won't be able to track them, right? But then people are worrying that, why am I being put under deep surveillance like this, as if I'm some type of criminal? I'm a normal person. I'm not. Especially when you're an honest worker and you're just trying to find a way, because you know to yourself, the naira, let's forget about dollar, for example. The dollar is, in terms of currency, it's a crap scene, but the naira, oh my gosh, the dollar is crap. What's the naira? It's terrible in terms of value, guys, right? It's losing value hard. And now you're forcing, you don't even want, your citizens to try to find an alternative way to hedge against your dying fiat currency, your worthless fiat currency. So them banning it, I'm trying to tell people right now, because I'm seeing a lot of, people worrying, and some, like some Nigerian citizens, I definitely sympathize with your situation. You feel it yourself, they're trapping you, and now the only way for you to now be able to, I guess, keep up with current events, or where the current financial markets are heading, they've now put a stop to it. They're now blocking you. They always have to. I don't know why. We can't move. Like, real talk, like sometimes I'm proud to be Nigerian, but at the same time, stuff like this makes it hard, brother. So hard, because it's like, these people are struggling already. Like how many? I just feel. Do you know what it is? Well, I feel like they are just copying the actions of other world nations. Like Russia done this, for example. I believe China are trying to. I think India are actually trying to actively keep on, and it's continuous. They've been saying this since Bitcoin came out, I believe, which was Bitcoin surfaced, which was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 2006 or something like that, roughly then, early. Almost going on to mid 2010, between 2010 to 2010, just know that's where Bitcoin really kind of like was created, right? It came to prominence in and around, if I'm not mistaken, 2008, between the 2008 2012 time it really started. In 2017 is when everybody heard about it. You know what I'm saying? But it was really prominent then. Just the normal person like me and you wouldn't have known about it in 2012, but people that were they knew about it in 2008. Believe me. So like. You got people like India saying that keep on every other year since 2000 and whatever 14 they're gonna ban. They never banned Bitcoin, right? You realize yourself, why are you trying to ban it? What are you gaining from banning this? You realize yourself, wow, okay, cool. You're trying to ban it because you don't want your people to be able to have an alternative way to save or earn and just survive. Like, so you want to ban the thing, and you tell them that if we find you using it, we're going to throw you in prison. You will issue like a sorry ID, right? It does. My advice to people in Nigeria right now, down low, buy crypto, buy it and store it. As long as at the end of the day, but what does it mean buy it and store it? It's almost impossible. No, let me tell you something, bruv. Yeah. Unless it depends on where you're buying it from. Now, unless you're going to go and buy it in a place where it is, public or it's like literally open for people to see. But you are trying to trade. Right now, I don't think you should be trying to trade crypto. I think you should just buy and hold it. Right now, it's tricky because of. There's people I listen to, market analysts I like to listen to, so just to gain information. I'm not an expert myself at all, guys. Yeah, I'm quite new in the space myself, right? But the talk of Bitcoin hitting its ceiling right now. It's not, even if it's not there yet, it's close to hitting its ceiling right now. It's rife within the community. So people that have been reading charts for years, are saying that Bitcoin could be hitting its so. My advice, you may want to look into. That's all I'm going to say. This is not financial advice at all, so I shouldn't say my advice. But this is what I would do myself. Is what I am doing, is looking into others that may provide, you with a safe haven. For your money to stay there and just for it to accrue and get some interest yield. I personally wouldn't be jumping into Bitcoin right now. I did jump in it earlier, and I am already now. I'm thinking of how much of my Bitcoin am I going to be selling in order to diversify my portfolio into something else that would continue the rise in my portfolio, right? So yeah, I think that is what I would do if again, I'm not giving advice to Nigerians, I can take that back, but it's what I would do if I was you. This is what I would do. So, but I'm not you, I'm me. So yeah, guys, listen, don't listen to them. Try to me, do your best to obtain it, and the best ways to do it is do it in a private setting. It's not completely private, but unless they are also tracking your internet movements and coverage, they shouldn't be able to stop you from being able to go to online platforms like, you got Binance. It's my favorite. That's probably my favorite. Binance. That is a cryptocurrency platform. It's a crypto platform that allow you to, purchase cryptocurrencies. You got Coinbase, which is quite popular as well. But Coinbase, unless you go to Coinbase Pro, there's certain restrictions. But if you're just looking just to buy and hold it, yeah, use Coinbase now. Coinbase is probably going to be the one that's probably the most popular to the general public. Binance, because it gives you all sorts of, it gives you like trading views, and it can get a bit techie. So but for those that you're already using, for example, let's say you're into forex, right, and you trade forex, yeah, Binance is pretty much, there's not that I've used forex before, but I'm sure they have a trading view in forex, obviously, right? So you'll see that it's just the same thing in terms of they're never different. I use Kraken as well, which is another platform. They also provide a trading view. You can trade and so forth. So these are the platforms I would say that if you wanted to use, yeah, because this is what I use, right? So Nigerians, please invest into it, because I believe your money is a lot more safe. Actually, I won't say, let me use the word safe. Your money has more potential to increase, as opposed to you leaving it in fiat and in the bank. Please don't do that. Don't listen to your government. The reason why I'm saying this is because I believe that they will remove this ban. It's commercial. So you not buying it is a mistake. If you can't buy it, just go to your bank and go and say, I want crypto anymore. You can't do that because they're banning it, whatever. I don't know if they're banning. I think they are banning that, but if they're not banning that, you can do that. But I think, because I heard they're banning trading of it, but I think they're just banning it in general. They're just trying to stop you guys, just all anyone. So in that case, yeah, go online and just YouTube how to create, how to buy Bitcoin on so and so platform, wherever you want, and then bang, you're there. That's what I was saying. That's what I would do if I was based in Nigeria. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'm pretty much it. Obviously, everyone's gonna have views on various stuff. I just said I've touched on a few right now. Instead of doing 3 different videos, I thought let me just bring them all together, because they actually do tie in. Burna, Wiz, Tiwa winning a Grammy, and why I feel that they should start looking into stuff like NFTs. Anyway, but listen, I'm gonna sign up now, guys. Like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the information given. I feel like I was in this one, I was able to give information which I don't always do, but able to touch on subjects that I feel is really going to benefit a lot of people, not just regular people, but maybe those within the creative spaces. So it's your boy Saint signing out. I'm back with another one. Yeah.